Hello everybody, this is John1. Today I'll be showing you guys my next equipment showcase video. In this episode here I'll be covering the Iron Golem set. This set looks pretty cool in my opinion. Well, actually a lot of the armor sets look really cool in Dark Souls. They just put so much detail into the game, it's great. But the armor itself, you cannot upgrade it apparently. It does offer quite the amount of poise, although it is very weak to um, lightning damage, and it's rather weak to magic and fire as well, as you can see there. And well, yeah, it's really relative to the Iron Golem boss himself actually, because he too is quite very weak to lightning in particular. Now, the Golem's weapon, which is of course the Golem's axe, which I'm using here and throughout the video, it's an axe, it's not a great axe, which I had misunderstood throughout the game. I always assumed it would be a great axe just because of how huge it is. And if you look at its moveset, it does look like an axe, and if it were a great axe, its normal attack would strike straight down, more of a vertical attack, whereas the axe, its standard attack is a horizontal attack, just like this weapon. Now for its one-handed heavy attack with this Golem's axe, it is a special attack. It's a ranged attack. It's pretty good. It knocks down most enemies, although high poise enemies can resist being knocked down. It takes up 30 durability of the weapon to use it. And now here I am. I started a new character just to fight this boss. Yeah, just using the great chaos fireball to take him out really quickly. It's a pretty easy boss. My opinion, one of the easiest. It's just that he's like so slow. Quite a few people seem to agree that this boss kind of resembles the Tower Knight from Demon Souls. Right there I failed to dodge and he actually hits me. But yeah, most people seem to compare him to the Tower Knight, which in my opinion, I don't really think you can compare them. I guess they're both really tall, walking armor bosses, but yeah, they're still very different in my opinion. Especially the environment, I mean, that's one of the things that makes those two bosses like so different. Now to get the Golem's axe, what you need to do is get any axe and upgrade it to +10, then take it to this blacksmith, the giant blacksmith, and of course you'll need the boss soul from the Iron Golem, which I believe is called Core of the Iron Golem or something like that. So this the Golem set, it is one of the armor sets that you purchase from this guy. I believe it costs 22,000. Yeah, that'll be 22,000 for all 4 pieces of the armor. It's pretty cheap. Just need to, use some souls, consumable. And I actually do have a bit of player versus environment of me using the set. I believe the rings that I was using of the set were the Havel's ring and the Darkwood grain ring. I did switch out the Darkwood grain ring for some other rings throughout several parts of the video here, but yeah, it'll be pretty obvious when I do switch it out. So here I am fighting a giant with the Golem set. During the PvP matches, I do use pyromancies quite a bit, just because it's PvP and well, you gotta keep up with the competition in one way or another. Although, by the way, if you haven't noticed already, this is my vitality character. He has 70 vitality. It is quite the amount. It's definitely above average. And he has 40 endurance as well to complement that. It'd be rather difficult to wear this entire set without 40 endurance and the Havel's ring. So the Golem axe itself, it is pretty good at stunning enemies in PvP, but it's not the best at stun locking enemies. Now right after this clip, I begin my first PvP clip. And well, for this first match, it's completely random. I was just walking around and I ran into this, I noticed that there's this Gravelord sign over here, so I decided to go invade his world. And I did not notice any red phantom NPCs in my world, but I just happened to see the sign down there. It's a pretty tricky spot. I don't think I've ever gone down there before this match. So at first I really did not know where he was at. I heard his footsteps, but I wasn't sure which direction he was in, so I just started going towards the boss. Now this is a rather peculiar battle. Yeah, I just keep running around searching for him. I was quite confused when I was playing the game. Again, I think at this point I had heard his footsteps, but I couldn't see him anywhere around. And clearly he had killed the NPCs. So I decided to go down to that tricky part down there, see if I could see if he was looking around down there. You gotta be careful when you drop down to this part. I mean, you don't want to die, especially when you're invading. That'd be pretty embarrassing. So I was taking my time, getting the aim right, setting up everything, making sure that he's not gonna not be down there. And finally I go down. I did have my humanity out, ready to heal myself, as I knew I would take quite a bit of fall damage from all this. And around in this area, the lizard people the smaller lizard people will shoot the lightning attacks at you. And now this guy completely randomly comes out of nowhere, and look at him, he's like this bald naked guy. And I hit him 3 times. I nearly fell off myself. I got really lucky that I didn't fall off. That would have been funny if I did some like animation and make my character walk off, and I'd fall down with him. But anyways, now the serious PvP begins. Except for this first match, I'm pretty sure it's very straightforward and simple. Although my opponent is clearly a sorcerer who does do quite a bit of running around. And he or she has their Sunlight Bro NPC, Night Solaire, to back her up. Or him. I don't know, it's hard to tell when the person's wearing a dress. But yeah, just one backstab, and that takes her out, or him out. With this next battle, it's pretty interesting. Fighting this guy in this pretty narrow area. You know, there's really not much space. Only like maybe 3 people could fit across. You know, 3 characters in game could fit across this area, so we really have limited space. And clearly this guy is like that onion knight guy. What's his name? Knight Katarina, I believe. Well, he's a knight of Katarina, but I don't remember his name exactly. But anyways, yeah, he's using some pyromancies on me, but I just dodge around him. It's funny how I throw that, I miss, but then people still walk into my lava, so they still take some damage. Happened quite a few times throughout many matches, actually. Using this narrow area to my advantage. And now he's using that heavy attack, but that clearly has a huge amount of recovery time. So I punish him with a backstab for that. Now most people, they could clearly see the Golem special attack coming, so they were able to easily dodge it. And this guy actually punishes me and he finishes me off. That was a good game. I nearly took him out, but he was able to see my special attack coming and punish me for that. Yup. It was actually surprisingly difficult to find people to invade here in Orlando. You know, before it's like always been really easy, but it seems like it's been getting more and more difficult lately. But if you kill the Sunlight Princess, Guinevere, then it becomes really easy for people to invade you. It's just that it gets really annoying because when you die and you're in a dark world, you're the host of a dark world, then you're sent back to the very first bonfire in Orlando, and that's quite the walk. And well, yeah, it's just really annoying. And then it's like if you have a dark world, that bonfire is unlit because that bonfire keeper is probably dead because she doesn't like you, or she doesn't like people that attack Guinevere, kill her. Yeah. You only need to do like 1 damage to kill Guinevere, of course. But anyways, yeah, I'm fighting this guy. You know, quite a few people use long spears. It's a very good weapon. And actually, I think it's this weapon's weakness, just in my opinion. Although you can use its special attack to kind of trick the opponent. It's just that, you know, with the spears they can hold up their shield and attack at the same time, so that gets pretty annoying. But to my surprise, well, really, this person wasn't doing so much damage with the spear, and I get this kind of odd backstab right here. That was unexpected. I simply finished that person off with a fireball. Yeah, that backstab, I suppose that person turned their back to me for a split second, and that was enough to give me a backstab. Yep. This person was rather odd. He seemed to have been going for me. I assume he was camping. No problem with that. It's one-on-one. It's all good. But this person is purely going for backstabs, as you will see throughout this clip. And I use that to my advantage. And I do what I have done before, which is simply take off my targeting and pivot my character so that I predict where he will be at to prevent him. As you can see, this Golem axe does break his poise quite well. I don't know exactly how much poise he has. It looks like he's using the full Dark Wraith set there, you know, with his own sword and shield. Anyways, yeah, this guy keeps to his same tactics pretty much. My axe is much quicker than his curved great sword. So this all works out to my advantage, and I eventually just take him out. He does flask several times, but I do punish him. I believe after this I had been a bit more, aggressive and, you know, stayed near him because I didn't want him to heal anymore. Alright. Wow. I let this guy heal quite a few times. I think I could have done better. Just not letting this guy heal, but his tactics were really repetitive and he didn't try on anything new to take me out. Very predictable. He didn't even sprint to get a backstab. He was just trying to walk around me the entire time, which was not a very good idea for him. But eventually I finish him off with a dash attack. Just barely hit him. I think there he had finally began to sprint. Alright, now this match, while I recorded this, I think I was also rendering another video, so I was using up my RAM and CPU to its maximum. So as a result of that, I believe it's the recorded footage was rather choppy. You know, I've had this happen before when I was recording and playing some duels with a new disciple, but now it happened again. It really doesn't happen very often for all the video footage that I record, but I believe I'm becoming more familiar with the problem, so I should be able to prevent this. But anyways, yeah, this match is clearly a 2-on-1. I believe, well, we go head on right there, but luckily for me, his sunbro person was healing. I take him out with one last hit, but I die as well. We both go down. Random point at camera. And now on to the Undead Burg. You know, high poise really complements a weapon like this. A weapon that's just a tad bit slow, relatively. And, yeah. Weapon that's good at breaking other people's poise. Since I have high poise, you know, I could take a hit, but give a hit, but then I'd interrupt their attacks so I can keep on attacking, or they'd have to run away. Which, the whole set works out pretty well. It's a pretty good set altogether. It's not the best, but using it with a pyromancy flame in your left hand is really awesome. I think it just it allows you to be very versatile. And actually later on you'll see some clips of me and how I really use the two together. The special attack from the Golem axe and the fireballs from my left-handed pyromancy flame. Now here I predict her and I just barely finish her off. I had thrown that in a tight area, so she really didn't have much area to roll around in, much free space, and that is how I finished her off. Once again, another duel in the Undead Burg. I think I got several here, actually quite a few. Oh yeah, this is the person who was trying really hard to parry me. I think there was at least one other person other than this guy who also did the same thing, but I showed him not to do that. Well, I punished him for his predictable tactics, or tactic, I guess you could say. But anyways, yeah, clearly he's trying to parry me. And of course, jump attacks are impossible to parry, although you can get a partial parry on them. A partial parry is better than not blocking any damage at all. It blocks like a small amount. I think I nearly got him caught up in my fireball there, but not quite. For the other people that were trying really hard to parry me, I had just like done something a bit more unexpected, like done a heavy attack when they expected a normal attack, which threw them off enough so that I could work around their tactics. So clearly this guy is really not moving very much. He's standing still throughout most of the fight here, which it really allows me to just attack him. I don't know, I suppose he was really practicing his parries. He was wise enough to roll away right there. I guess I could have backstabbed him, but I really had not gone for too many backstabs. I don't remember if I did actually. I might have. Oh, it seems like he went around, he started to go around me there. But I started to curve my character as well, or I mean pivot my character. I believe the special attack just deals physical damage, so it can be blocked, completely blocked by most shields. I'm not sure how much it would affect like your stamina, how much stability you really need to, block it, how much stability and stamina. So I finished him off with a jump attack. He really did not learn, and well, yeah. Hopefully that person did learn not to just purely go for parries after that. Looks like this person is wearing half of the Xanthus armor. My very first equipment showcase. That was like 5 minutes long. I believe this person changes up her weapon. Actually, she might have done it right before I'd gone to fight her. Oh, she actually got a parry right there, but she did not get the riposte attack. And clearly she healed, so now it's like I have to punish her for that in one way or another. Once again, I get a bunch of successive hits on her, but she did not want to back away. Actually, I backed away because I was afraid she might riposte me. But anyways, I finish her off with a backstab. Pretty straightforward. Oh, well, that was another one of those people that was just trying really hard to parry me. Huh. I don't know what it was with all these people that were like, I want to go like a parry boss. But nope. They didn't do a very good job of it. I can't wait until Dragon's Dogma comes out. I already pre-ordered it, of course. I'll probably go pick it up the day it comes out, or maybe even sooner. There's a slight chance I might be able to get it before it officially releases, but I don't know if I'll necessarily be actually releasing any gameplay for it of any sort before it's officially released. I think it's just a bit disrespectful for the developers, I mean. Alright, so this guy's using power within, so his life is slowly going down. Well, actually, it's quite rapidly going down, because power within hurts your health quite a bit. And it does help to use a unupgraded pyromancy glove. And an unupgraded pyromancy glove, power within, is a very good idea because it takes out less of your health, but it gives you the same damage from the power within. So I finish him off. Don't know why he did a heavy attack on me. Not a very good idea. I'll assume that was accidental. So yeah, Dragon's Dogma looks like an awesome game. Of course, I played the demo several times, watched a bunch of gameplay videos of it. It's a very fluid, natural feeling game. I kind of have high hopes for it, I suppose you could say. In the Undead Burg here, this was really the first time I'd run into this many flaskers, I suppose. Yeah, most of the time the people that I find here are like these honorable, legitimate people, but it's not true. In fact, never true all the time, but it is sometimes true, of course. But anyways, this guy, um, he has some serious lag. I don't know, maybe he's on a different part of the world, opposite part of the world than me, which can create some serious lag indeed. But I actually managed to hit him with my Lloyd's Talisman, so that did prevent him from healing. And now, I remember when I go to finish this guy off, it's very, very peculiar and outlandish, really. I did finish him off with a backstab just because that's the easiest way to get damage on these laggers like this. Alright, now right here, watch. I backstabbed him, then his character just seemed to have float off the map, I suppose. Just floating over midair, and he died. But anyways, on to my next match. Seems to be another sorcerer with the Havel's armor and some laggy soul mass arrows. Soul mass, homing soul mass, yeah, that's it. Not arrows, just homing soul mass. I just barely gotten close enough to that person to dodge his soul spear, and he punishes me. Now the Golem's axe, I believe, is just barely slow enough of a weapon so that it can be punishable for just your regular attacks even. And now I just go head on here and take that guy out. 2 more hits. Target has been destroyed. Now it looks like I'm moving on over to the forest. Actually, this is before the official forest, or what people would call the forest. Oh yeah, this guy just randomly invaded me. I think I was playing with another friend. I was just trying to get some 2-on-2 matches but with another friend, but I couldn't connect or something. Oh yeah, this was one of my matches, I believe, where it was like I really used my ranged attacks to my advantage. And you know, the fact that my opponent wasn't so great at dodging them really helped as well. Now he's just using force there, so it's nothing really deadly. And I get him caught up in my pyromancy chaos fireball. And again, it would seem that he's trying to knock me off the map or something. But I hit him in between his roll to take him out. I believe I had like purely or mostly done most of my damage to that guy with range attacks. I don't know what this person was doing. It's rather strange. Now when you're using the special attack with the Golem axe, you gotta be careful because it can easily hit the like a wall to your left. So I'd recommend that you, like, if you're in a narrow area, you stand to the right side because the attack itself will go a little bit to the left. And it can be, like I said, it can be blocked by a wall on your left much easier than a wall on your right. So it's a bit off-centered. Finish that guy off in a few hits. And this is actually another 2-on-1 clip. I did heal once, I believe, in this match though. And that Ornstein guy is like really pro at parrying. He was actually one of those people that was going for pure parries, except I countered that tactic, I suppose. Yeah. So I did heal right there, just for the fun of it. Just because I felt the need to, because I really wanted to win this 2-on-1. And the host did heal his Sunbro Phantom right there, but he did not quite heal him enough to save her or him from my backstab to finish that person off. Now it's just a 1-on-1, me and the Ornstein guy. He does put his Dragon Ball away, and right there he's good at parrying my very first hit. I mean, look, he even parries my roll attack. This guy's like pro at parrying. Just the problem is he does it too much, which then it becomes like his weakness, his predictable tactic. So I throw him a heavy attack and that actually knocks him down, which is quite impressive. Although it's pretty rare that you hit anyone with a heavy attack, really. Unless, you know, you're like me and you're fighting someone that loves to parry only, or as much as possible, really. So I did manage to hit him with my Lloyd's Talisman to prevent him from healing. Now here I was trying to throw some range attacks at him, but this is clearly a very wise opponent. He knows what he's doing. Although, if I were this guy, I really would have used, the long spear as a long spear and kept my distance and just kind of poked at me. It's how most people do it with the long spear. But of course, he goes to heal. He only heals once, so I'm able to take him out in one backstab. Wasn't a very wise move on his part. I actually meant to shrug, but this is one of my characters who I do not have the shrug animation on for whatever reason. I probably just didn't take the time to get it. Now here this guy is going on like a frenzy with his Wrath of the Gods. I'd imagine this person was like survival of the fittest people, one of those guys that really did not want to get invaded, but it's just how the game works sometimes. This guy actually nearly took me out here. I probably did use a divine blessing right there, and he didn't hit me at all. As a matter of fact, I believe I never really needed to use one. I mean, from this point on, I don't think he hit me at all. Yep, he just takes some damage, quite a bit of damage from my great chaos fireball, and I hit him once with the special attack to finish him off. That match back there was one of the examples of how you can combine like this pyromancy flame and the golem axe to create quite the surprising, unexpected combination of mid-range attack weapons. Now what's interesting, I barely hit that guy and knocked him back before he could hit me. And this guy is clearly a medium roll guy, so he is at quite the disadvantage. If I had known this guy was going to be like a medium roll guy, I would have taken my DK Dark Wood Grain Ring off as well, but I didn't know. And I actually finished him off thanks to the lava that the fireball leaves behind. Didn't need that second fireball. I think of all my invasions in the demon runes, I did have quite the success. I think I had nearly 100% wins. Like 100% of my battles were wins, almost. I didn't take too much time recording here. I don't know why, but I felt like that guy, or that NPC might be a player, dressed up with the chameleon, pretending to be an NPC. I was a bit suspicious of it. So I eat a grass, get some extra stamina regen. Oh yeah, this is another person who's yet again using a long spear. Can be quite the deadly weapon if you're not careful. Looks like I don't have any DK or Darkwood Grain Ring on. DWGR, that's what the initial would be. I want to say DK something something for some reason. Probably thinking of some other initial from another game. This person's unwise and using his spear two-handed, so he has to, or she has to rely completely on dodges to dodge my attacks. And you see that right there? That's a very good combination of how you can use these two as like ultimate mid-range weapons. I can knock them down with my Golem's axe, and then I can immediately throw a fireball at him or her to, put more pressure on the person. She just barely dodged my special attack right there. Now, we're both very low on health. Actually, she is even lower. I nearly die. I just barely take her out. I have to admit, I got a bit lucky there, as my health was extremely low. Now, this person was one of the few people that actually mostly died due to his environment. Yeah, this person was quite unaware of their environment, and that worked out to my advantage. Now, it seemed to me, it may be a bit unclear for you guys, but I'm pretty sure this guy's taken on the role, or playing the role of like some kind of pyromancer of the Lost Izolith area. Don't remember what those guys' pyromancy names, or whatever their name is. But yeah, he's taking on the role of one of those people, as he is wearing their armor. And that Taurus guy takes him out. Well, actually, does a bunch of damage, and then I take him out, finish him off. Now, this person's pretty interesting. Yet again, another person who I would assume is not wanting to be invaded. Yeah, I only do like a bit less than 200 damage to this person with a one-handed regular attack. I should have done that fireball like right in front of me. It would have worked. What's interesting about this person that he's very, very aggressive, but at one point in this clip he does go back. And right there you see how I hit that pillar on my left. That's what I was talking about earlier, how you should like stay to the right if you're gonna do the heavy attack. But yeah, this guy, he actually does use at least one Estus flask. But other than that, he's very, very aggressive throughout this match, because I only fought this guy once. And this is also another person who, of course, does not really pay much attention to their environment, it may seem. And his aggressiveness works out to my favor. Yeah, I was kind of tired of that guy. He flashed once. So I decided to finish him with a backstab. I believe this will be the last clip that I have in the Demon Runes. Jumping right there is a very mini shortcut, tiny shortcut. Saves you a few seconds, I guess. I used to always bring fall control, then cast that as soon as I invade someone, then just walk off the ledge, and then immediately go to my opponent here. But I don't think I think this character had like practically no intelligence, or the default whatever it is for him. Now I saw that this person was using a bandage knife, so I knew that he would really be looking for a riposte or a backstab, but then he takes on a life hunt scythe and the game changes. So he does use the heavy attack and the dash attack quite a bit, so once again his tactic becomes predictable and I'm able to counter that. I kinda just threw that fireball away. I just saw that he was hanging back and I wouldn't be able to reach him with that fireball, so yeah, I threw it away. But yeah, I ran around this guy, got a backstab. He didn't even try to dodge that, knock him down again. And now he's like really low on health. I still got quite a bit. Now he's finally hiding behind a shield. And now right here, he dead angles himself. I got really lucky with that dead angle. That was pretty awesome. Dash attack dead angle. Now on to my last clip. Oh wait, that last clip was clearly not the last one for me to invade in the Demon Runes. This one is. Now this person was like completely heavy, and as you can see from that roll, he is over encumbered. He is beyond his maximum equip burden, and he's purely going for a backstab on me. But that's a very unwise idea. I do have a ring that helps my stamina regen. What's interesting right there is that my my Golem special attack actually staggered him, stunned him enough so that I prevented him from healing. But now I got Estus Flask on him. This guy was quite the naive player. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. Goodbye.